Hello, and welcome to another intriguing episode of A Mother's Burden, Raising Multicultural Children in the United States of America. My name is Omolola Adekoya, and I am your host, your vlogger. In the course of the past week, I know we've been talking about the value of love, and I know that so many people would have been wondering, like, okay, you told us what love is, at least most of what love is and what love shouldn't be. By now, I expect that we know most of those. Now, how are we able to instill this in our children? And I took a seat and I thought about this. I really did think about it. And then I come to the realization and I was like, come to think of it. For me to be able to show love, for me to be able to instill in my child the value of love, for me to be able to teach my child that love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious, love is tolerant. You tolerate another person. How have I been treating myself? Have I shown love to myself? Have I demonstrated in the presence of my children that I love myself, regardless? Have I been able to show that no matter what is happening around me, I am patient enough to understand the other person? Have I been able to demonstrate kindness and what kindness should be to myself and to people around me, even in my immediate environment? And now my immediate environment is my home. In my home, have I shown love enough? Have I been patient enough, even with myself? Have I been kind enough to myself? Am I too hard on myself? What are the words that I speak to myself? How do I beat myself when I miss it? Do I accept my failure and move on? Or do I starve myself? Do I punish myself unnecessarily? I know some people will be wondering, how can you punish yourself? Hey, there is a lot of way you can harm yourself. In so many ways, we can harm ourselves. Have I been able to demonstrate to my children that I am not envious of my neighbor, that I am content with what I have? Have I been able to demonstrate that I am a happy person in my body? As a mother, as a father, if I cannot demonstrate that to my children, that means whatever I am trying to instill in my children will not hold, because it's like I'm pouring water in a basket. And we know baskets cannot hold water because of the different holes in it. And that is exactly the way our children are. If I don't demonstrate what I'm teaching to them, they won't get it. So have I, as a mother, been living that life? Have I been able to show that I care for myself, that I love myself, that I'm kind to myself, and I'm patient with myself? It's coming to the end of the year. This is November. Come on, girls. Let's show ourselves a little love. Let us be patient with ourselves. We cannot all get to the finish mark at the same time. So let us accept ourselves. Because I realize that if I want to teach my child, I have to teach myself first. It starts with me. It starts with me. Have I been able to demonstrate this in my own life, in as much as I want to demonstrate it in my daughter's life or in my son's life? Well, I want to leave us with this for this week. If you've never thought of it, in what ways have I been harsh or hard on myself? If you've never thought of in what ways have I been impatient with myself? If I have never thought of, oh, am I really envious of my neighbor or my friend? I think it's time we take a break, sit back, and examine our lives as a mother. Because shortly it will be the end of the year and it will be another year. We want to start on a clean slate. We want to start even from now. We want to teach our children the values that goes on forever. I am so passionate about instilling appropriate values in my children. I know so many parents are. And I want us to look inward. And I think that will do for this week. I'm going to leave you with that for this week. Sit back as a mother, as a father. Take a deep thought and ask yourself these questions. do I love myself enough to teach a child to love him or herself? Until I see you same time next week, I remain yours, Omolola. And before I go, I want to say thank you so much to all of you out there that called and made comments, that texted me. I received a very lengthy text in the midst of last week. I'm not able to share it today, but I promise next week I'm going to share the text. And that's part of what I'm doing now. You know, we have to start with us. Until I see you next week, take good care and have a good day. Bye.